interesting is you have this very small footprint that's above the water line, and then you have this massive structure underneath the water line. And when you think about somebody who's in active addiction or a family that's dealing with somebody, a loved one that's in active addiction, a lot of times they're only going to admit, or the family's only going to know about things that are above the water line, right? Which ends up being just a small piece of the whole picture, right? So what we have to do is we have to find out through being an expert advisor, through your interview, we need to discover what are all these things that potentially are below the waterline. Now, in the iceberg analogy, when somebody first calls in, most of the time they're only going to share in the first few minutes of the call, or when they're first describing the situation, you're just going to get some of that initial information up front. You're only going to get the pieces that are convenient, right? And so what's really important in you being able to analyze, assess, gather, and then make a recommendation, it's going to be the critical information that's below the waterline, this additional information, the real motivation, right? These are things that are all below the waterline initially. And so you want to be able to spend time to investigate and evaluate, or otherwise you're going to just be above the waterline, which is going to present danger for this admission actually going through.